I'm Rick Buck. I've been a dentist for 14 years. I like to cover all things oral health related, so subscribe if you have teeth and care about health. In this video today, I will show you how well the Burst toothbrush cleans between my teeth, while I explain what I like and what I don't like about it. So let's start how I always do, by staining all the plaque in my mouth pink on 2 different days. As always, the first day I will just be guiding the toothbrush along my teeth so you can see how well the brush does by its own electric movements. Then the second day I will add manual brushing movement as I recommend so you can see its full capabilities in removing plaque. All along I will be explaining what I like and if there's anything I don't like about the Burst toothbrush. So let's pause to look at the stained plaque buildup on my teeth before I start. So take a look at that. Now, you will notice as I start, I am just guiding the Burst brush. I am not manually brushing at all. That is because, once again, we want to see how well the electric brushing strokes do on their own. So the mechanics of this toothbrush uses 33,000 vibrations of the brush head a minute, which is 2,000 more than Philips Sonicare, and one of the most I've even found in a toothbrush. Now, the toothbrush bristles are made of something called PBT nylon, and it's infused with charcoal that makes up about 1.6% of the bristle composition. The reason why is charcoal is good for antibacterial properties. Now, one thing I love that the Burst company does that no other toothbrush company I have seen does is they give information on how abrasive the toothbrush head is. Because people don't often realize that stiff toothbrushes can wear away your teeth. It is very common, actually. For example, toothpastes will normally test how abrasive they are, and then they receive a score called an RDA score, which stands for Relative Dentin Abrasivity. The long story short is, the lower the score, the gentler the toothbrush or toothpaste is on your teeth. The reason I bring this up is Burst is the only toothbrush that has tested and made public its RDA score that I know of. Now, for reference, the FDA's recommended limit of an RDA score is 200. The American Dental Association, for some reason, they have a limit of 250. But my personal limit is 100, meaning anything that's more abrasive than 100, I don't really recommend. It's not necessary in my opinion. Some toothpastes have RDAs as high as 260. But now, the Burst toothbrush has an RDA score of 86, which means the bristles are pretty dang soft, and that's plenty far enough below the limit of 100 that I have recommended. So yes, the toothbrush bristles are really soft, but none of that means anything if it leaves a lot of plaque. So let's look at the results. You will see there is plaque left behind, but these results are actually pretty awesome, especially for the technique that I was using. And we'll get on to the better technique in a minute. Let me explain why these results are good. First of all the pink plaque you see are mostly left behind because I missed a spot because of my poor brushing technique of just guiding the toothbrush along. But what I'm really looking for is how far between my teeth the brush gets. For that, you have to look at the pink halo of plaque around each tooth. That will tell you how far in between the gaps of the teeth the brush reached. And these teeth don't even have that halo like most of the other results I've gotten from other toothbrushes that I've used. And you can see some of those on the screen right now. You can see from those results, and if you just brush on your own, even the worst brushes can clean the exposed surfaces of the teeth, but only the best brushes can get far in between the teeth. So you can see the halo is non-existent here, which means the toothbrush did really well for cleaning these teeth, especially for not doing any manual brushing. That is just purely what the Burst toothbrush did on its own. Now let's move on to the manually brushing with the electric brushing combined, because normally these results are better. While I'm brushing, let me explain a little more about the brush. The bristle design to the Burst toothbrush, I think, is why it is so good and why you saw earlier that it got so far in between the teeth. It uses short, flat bristles and long, tapered bristles throughout the whole brush head, as opposed to some brushes that use longer bristles and shorter bristles, but they do them kind of in segments and not throughout the whole brush head. I like the scattered design of long and short bristles of the burst brush head better. Whether you have them in segments or scattered throughout the brush head, anything is better than just flat bristles throughout the whole brush head. Now, the best part about this electric brush is that it is less expensive than many of the other high-end brushes, especially if you use my link below this video, which gets you $30 off, I think, at least at the time of this video. In fact, most of the products, not just the toothbrushes by Burst, are way better than their competitors. I think it's just something they focus on, is just making their specs that much better and then hoping the word gets out about how good they are. Their floss happens to be my favorite dental product of all. I think it's the most important dental product you can have in your arsenal. More important than any toothbrush. And then some of their other products, like their water flosser, I don't even care for water flossers too much, and I don't think you necessarily need them. But if you did, they have higher water pressure in their water flossers as well. So you can see every product they make, they really focus on making the specs of those products just that much better than their competitors. Now let's look at the final results of me manually brushing and having the electric brushing at the same time. As you can see, the results are amazing. I mean, they are stunning. They look almost spotless. There's barely any plaque left behind that I even need to floss away. So in case you didn't catch on, this is my favorite toothbrush by far. If you want to see how to use it to get the best daily brushing and flossing results, watch my video that I post at the end of this video. You will be able to see how to unleash its full capabilities so that you have stunning results every day when you brush your teeth. Everything I use, including the plaque staining products, are linked to below this video. Like, subscribe, and watch another video now.